Hello guys, welcome to this newest video on the YouTube channel Spillforeningen The Fellowship. My name is Joachim, and of course my good friend and colleague Nils is also here. And we're bringing you this special edition from our Battle Companies campaign, which we're going to talk a bit about the war bands and our experiences so far in this campaign. So we played 5 games so far.
5 games. And so, we are tied?
Yeah, unfortunately. No.
Well, it depends on how you look at it.
I'm not sure if we are halfway or how long we're going to keep playing the campaign.
Well, we haven't set any final dates, but it's 6 weeks, I guess, left until the Battle Companies campaign for the community kicks off.
Yeah, here in Norway.
Yeah, and I think that we should stop around there, I think, somewhere. So, 5 or 6 more games, perhaps. We'll just see, I think.
As long as I win, I'm happy. Alright, so I guess we can start to talk about our war bands. So I have the Black Numenoreans, which I've named the Wrath of Morgoth. Of course, the Black Numenoreans were known for worshipping Morgoth. Of course, Sauron introduced them to Morgoth, etc., etc. So we're not going to go too much into the lore. But so far, they have been performing good, I think, okay. I have my lieutenant, which is named Agelon. Which I have mounted on a horse. That was my first priority, I think, to get him on a horse. And so far, he has racked up the most experience. He has 26 experience. And he has managed to gain himself both the Heroic Presence and the Blade Master special rules. Which means that he is able to fight a heroic combat, free heroic combat, each turn. And he's also able to re-roll one of his die due to having the Blade Mastery. So essentially he gets like a Endorian axe. He can re-roll.
Scumbag. And he's also defense 7, I think.
I opted to give him another defense instead of increasing his strength, just to make it harder for Nils to kill me. Bit harder. So I'm happy with the way he's performing, but he needs that extra attack. I think he's only at 1 attack base.
Right. But still, if you charge with the horse, you get an extra attack. So
and knock to the ground.
Important for you to get the charge in then.
Yeah. However, my other 2 heroes, they do have the extra attack. I have Sarunur and I have Karuksar, which both have a +1 attack, and they have 2 different special abilities or special rules. Karuksar has the Blade Master, just like Agelon, and Sarunur has the parry, so he's able to force the opponent to re-roll 1 die. So very, very good combination, I think.
Yeah, and it's a pain to meet. So
other than that, I've gained Morgoth Knight, Marauders, which performed nicely last game, I think.
He killed Brack, I think.
Killed Brack, and he also, I think he also managed to kill Maddock after he passed his fate.
Yes.
And I have just 3 normal Black Numenorean warriors. I guess the most noteworthy being Seppular. You will know him from the guy who died during the troll treasure hunt.
Yeah.
So no combat, but he managed to die anyway. So.
Stumbled to his death.
Yeah. So that's the Black Numenoreans. So what about the Dunlendings?
The Dunlendings, yes, it's the Black Wolf Marauders of Dunland, named so after the wolf pelt on the Trident Wolfsbane miniature.
Yeah, I think it was fitting.
Yeah, it's nice. So we have in Maddock, their lieutenant.
Yep.
He's been captured once and held for ransom. He's been out of it, and he hasn't been able to get those kills in combats. And I think that has to do with the 200 weapon thing. If I didn't have the Trident miniature when we started up this campaign, I would probably have chosen someone with a shield as my lieutenant instead.
I think that's pretty like a standard to choose one of the guys with shield as being your lieutenant, or at least being the heroes.
Better defense and more versatile with your ability to shield and stuff like that, and still being able to piercing strike with your axe and not having to have the -1 penalty or wielding a 200 weapon when you are faced with opponents that have a better fight than you.
Yeah,
it's a double penalty, I think. And basically, if you look at the basic warband, the basic Dunlending warband, you have just as many guys with 200 weapons as you have guys with shield and axe. And you really don't want that. You want to have perhaps 1 or 2 guys with a 200 weapon is enough. And then you would rather want to have more of those guys with shields when you start off the warband. So you get the guys with two-hand weapons going in combination with the guys with shield, and then you don't lose the fight value in the game or in that duel. And you'll be able to strike with your two-hand weapon, gaining the +1 bonus to wound. And that goes also if you're building a standard SPG army for Dunlendings. You just want to sprinkle all those guys with two-hand weapons. You want to have most of your guys with axe and shield.
When are we going to do a battle report with your full Dunlend army?
When I painted them up.
Always the issue.
Yeah, always the issue. I've got 600 points army, I think, of Dunlending, with Saruman, of course. I think it's almost a necessity to have Saruman in that army to make it compatible. And then doing combination. In Trident is a decent mid-level hero, but it's still only fight 4, so you need those transfix, immobilize spells to help you win those combats. But that's a different story, right?
Yeah. So also to backtrack, I agree with what you said, because you might think of it as being balanced, that you have 3 guys with two-hand, you have 3 guys with shield, but it's really not that balanced, because more often than not you're gonna face opponents which has the same numbers as you.
Yes.
And they're not able to create those efficient kill teams like Nils mentioned.
Yeah, and what happens then is you're running around striking without using your two-handed weapon, and then you're not really benefiting from the equipment on your model. So yeah. But
then of course when you do take that chance and use the two-hand, it might actually save you the day. If you remember during last game, you actually managed to wound Karuxar. He was saved by fate, but you managed to successfully use the two-hand in a 1-versus-1 combat. But it's a gamble.
Sometimes you have to gamble, and sometimes it's okay to gamble. Other times you really want to try to get some consistent results in.
Definitely.
So
if you do manage to get those consistent results, it should over time, of course, give you the win, or at least give you a very good fighting chance to win.
Yeah. So that's that. I've got 10 guys in the warband now.
Whoop.
Yes, it's quite a lot, but still...
more coming, I think, is crazy.
Yeah, point-wise, they are a bit behind your guys, because you've been able to upgrade your heroes and get those special abilities in. I got horses to both Bannock and Kadok, and they have also both got an extra attack. So some development, there's been some development on these guys, but they are falling a bit behind your guys. Which means that I get some rerolls in these games, and yeah, sometimes the rerolls can make a difference.
Definitely. I think you used the rerolls successfully last time. You managed to get a few kills. But of course, that's also the gamble. When to use the rerolls? Do you use them to wound? Do you use them to win the combat?
Check terror checks. And I would have liked to. I spent quite a lot in the beginning of last game. I would have liked to have 1 or 2 at the end game to try to get away. And no, I luckily got away anyway.
Yep.
But if I had 1 or 2 rerolls at the end, I would have been able to control the situation more by myself. Not relying on you to make the mistake of not moving one of your heroes to win the day. And then we should probably mention those berserkers a bit. They haven't been a big great success. But then again, they also have two-hand weapons, so they are suffering from the same what you call it?
Struggling with the same
issues as your other two-handed guys. And you've been able to overwhelm them in the few times that you've met them, so probably I need to be more mindful on how I use them.
Yeah, because they will always be like the priority to take down. I think you don't want those berserkers just messing with your lines. You want to get them first almost.
If you get 2 of them into one combat, it's quite difficult, I think. So yeah.
That's nice.
And I was expecting to kill a bit more, being able to use the piercing strikes a bit more, but I might have been forgetting. I'm not used to playing with guys who have axes and have piercing strikes, so I might have forgotten a bit about it, but I don't know, perhaps the situations hasn't been great for using the piercing strikes either, so I haven't racked up the kills that I would have liked to.
So what you're saying right now is next game you're gonna piercing strike every combat?
I don't know. Let's see.
Come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. The downside isn't that great, really, because the defense of the Dunlendings isn't that great.
No.
And if you look at the Wildmen, if you have Wildmen in your regular army, it's piercing striking all the way.
Yeah, it's a must. Why not piercing strike?
Why not piercing strike? Yeah, if you have access on the models.
I think that's quite thematically as well. You know, they're kind of wild. The piercing strike, it plays on like going for the really offensive strike, and if you don't win the fight, you're really like, you're opening yourself up for that huge counterattack.
Yeah.
So it sounds like what a wild man would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the warbands, I think.
Yes, the warbands. I guess we can talk a bit about the tactics we've
Tactics
been employing during the games, or
Yes.
what we before the campaign, what kind of tactics we were going to employ. I guess I always knew that without having any archers, I would have to be aggressive. I'm not able to like wait you out. I have to go on the offensive. I have to get those charges in, and I have to rely on, if I don't make those charges, that Nils will fail his terror checks.
Yeah.
And that's been going like very up and down for me, I think. Sometimes you're managing to pass every terror check and every courage check. And then some games,
Not
just trolling.
Yeah.
And that definitely gives me a big edge. And I have to be like, also in, like I said, with Berserker, being mindful of where you're placing him. I also have to be mindful of my guys to make sure that, okay, if I don't win the combats I do want to, you're not going to punish me that hard next round.
And that's, if you look at it on the flip side, on my end of the table, even if I win the roll for priority, I'm not sure that I will be able to capitalize on that, because I have to make terror checks to get into close combat. So you can't really plan on winning the priority.
Sometimes you don't want to win the priority.
Sometimes you don't want to win the
of
priority.
course,
sometimes it's nice to have it also. So
at this stage of the campaign, where we are both getting mounts, you do actually want that priority, just to be able to negate those charge bonuses, because they are terrible. If they do hit you, they're very terrible, especially when combined with the heroic combats.
Yes, and you go to a free heroic combat on one of your heroes, and I've forgotten that a couple of times.
I think you forgot about it the last game when you like ran off away with Maddock.
Yeah.
And you thought, I'm home free.
Yeah, I thought so. But also, bear in mind, I lost the terror check with Kadok. So he could have moved into the combat, I think, and he could have won the combat, but it was a gamble, a very big gamble. So a lot of coulds there.
That's all.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. So for the Dunlendings, the tactics.
I was planning on doing those types of kill teams that we're talking about with the battle axe combined with the shield, but
that hasn't worked out.
No, it hasn't worked out, because there are just too few types of just a few models. And then I did the fatal reroll with
the infamous reroll.
for I've forgotten his name now. Geth.
I remember.
You shall be remembered. Yeah, so I lost one of the archers. The archers, I thought our archers could be a tactical advantage, since you didn't have any. But they are hitting a 4+. If they move, it's a 5 up, and it's not been really effective. I've made some kills. I had one last.
You have Brack, the only bowman. He managed to get one kill.
He's killed more with his dagger than he has done with his bow. So archery has not been very very good. I was thinking about firing into close combat. Since I'm evil, I'm able to do that, and that's something you should consider doing quite a lot, I think, when you're playing with your full Dunlending army, shooting into it's instead of spare support. It's a bit of a risk, but it might benefit you sometimes, and even 4+.
Just make sure that you do try to pick the combat which you're most likely to lose, and most likely to lose the guy. So okay, I killed him, especially in battle companies, because then you can deny your opponent's XP.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's very detrimental. Like, okay, you have 3 guys versus one guy.
Boom!
XP deny.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Too bad, yeah. It's a bit cheesy, though.
The cheesy thing would have been if you actually got XP for killing the guy. That would have been cheesy.
That would have been cheesy.
Just starting off the scenario by having your archer hero just shooting his old men, gaining the experience.
And just run away and hide.
Run away and hide, yeah. Nah,
depends on the scenario, of course.
Yeah.
Now, we talked a bit before about the piercing striking things. Not been able to capitalize on the piercing striking. I thought also I would be able to kill a bit more with my strength of 4, but I think I won enough fights. The problem has been killing when I won the fights to capitalize on winning the fights. And then I need to be mindful because you have a better fight value than me. So when we're tied, you take the combat.
Definitely liking the higher fight value. I like that one. I'm used. Sometimes I do play Nils, of course, and sometimes you played the elves.
Yes.
And then Nils has the higher fight value, but finally it's my turn. Yeah, I do like it.
That's okay. So, a bit more about battle companies, perhaps in general.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about it. It's a great introduction for new players. It's a great way to learn the game. You don't have to have that many models to get started.
That's nice. It's a nice way of introducing the game to new players. We've done a lot of that here in Norway in the last 6 months.
Yep.
And got some new guys in playing, and everybody can afford and everyone can get hold of a battle company's warband, even if things go out of production and it gets difficult to get a hold of. You can always manage to get your battle company's units together, and it's a full game, and you learn a bit about how to move your units. I think how to position your units in the combats, how to get the duels you want, so it's a bit tactical. It's a good learning game for the big SPG game.
Yeah, definitely. You do get you do get a lot of experience, like I said, moving where you go and position your troops, which is going to be very useful once you play the big game. Of course, it's a greater scale, and you might be like a bit overwhelmed, but it's still the same principles. And
still the same game, basically. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah, of course. So so far I think the campaign has been very fun.
Good, and
it's been even, like we mentioned.
Yeah, it's tight, so that's good. And if someone should start running off in and getting a lot more victories in, I think that will probably end it, because it might get to a point where it's very difficult to take back the advantage.
Yeah, you do get that kind of snowball effect. Even though your opponent do get extra gold, it does get extra rerolls. Doesn't matter if you just got the better heroes, the better units.
Yeah, because what you're doing is that you're spending gold to buy new units to compensate for your lack of good heroes, and what's really happening then is that you're offering more XP to those heroes.
Yeah, easy kills basically.
Yeah.
Depending on, of course, the enemy heroes, but like for instance, when it comes to Agelon as that free hero combat, that could turn really nasty.
Yeah.
If he gets those basic Dunlendings, he can just chop them off.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to balance it. I think we have been lucky in the scenarios we played. We have chosen a few different scenarios. We have taken a few from the current rule set. We have taken a few from the old rule set. We also amended a few, like the first scenario, the take the watchtower. We also made a few changes to treasure hunt. I do wish we had seen the troll. I'm sorry, Nils didn't want to see the troll and used the reroll.
Yeah.
But like
chicken out.
Yeah, but like we mentioned, I think next time you're not going to be able to reroll that that plunder check. It should be a random, not a reroll.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes, but it was a good scenario. It was fun, and of course it made sure that you didn't get that many injured units. I had one of my guys die, of course, but he luckily managed to recover. But Nils managed to gain his full force in for the next game, which was game 5.
Yeah,
it was a good game.
Correct. It's a good game. So that's it for this week, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. But we will be back with scenario 6, which I think will be good. It will be the night raid.
Night raid, yeah.
So we shall see who raids who. we will do the roll off. I think this time.
Yeah.
Usually we have had scenarios that didn't require a roll off or already decided who's going to be the attacker, who's going to be the defender. But this time we're going to do the roll off, and it's going to be very exciting to see.
Yes. Bit of different tactics depending on where you end.
Definitely.
So
Be fun.
looking forward to that.
Okay. So until then, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.